In this first section, O'Reilly's 8 core web patterns and the design challenge that come along with it are examined against a chosen platform, Yelp. The first pattern is harnessing collective intelligence, and one way that Yelp does this is through providing users with an option to add reviews of photos or videos of the location that they have visited. In a sense, contributing to the website's contents with users' own unique content. Data is the next Intel Inside is O'Reilly's next core web concept, which is represented by Yelp through its ability to receive an analysis of a business simply through the user's reviews. Yelp manages this data through the rating system to provide other users with an accurate summary of the business being critiqued. O'Reilly then talks about innovation assembly. Yelp innovates through APIs and plugins, mainly being Google Maps integration into Yelp. Yelp plugins use Facebook, Twitter, and Google account information, and even Yelp's own API, which can allow other platforms to integrate Yelp into theirs. O'Reilly's rich user experience web content is discovered in Yelp's use of JSON format. This format makes use of programming languages to provide Yelp users with features such as opening times of businesses, photos of shops, and even search engines. Software above the level of a single device is the next concept that Yelp has analyzed against. Yelp is compatible on many different devices, a mobile version of Yelp being the biggest jump in its category to date. The mobile version allows to review businesses on the go, while the memory is still occurring even. Perpetual beta is an important concept to consider when creating a web platform. Yelp has constantly been monitoring and updating their platform to keep up to date and plan to continue its beta mode to allow Yelp to remain popular and modern. O'Reilly's next pattern, leveraging the long tail, has been conformed by Yelp perfectly. Yelp makes use of other companies advertising themselves through Yelp to make profits for itself. The advertisement amount spent by each patron is small, but there are many who pay it, and the payoff is worth it. Yelp makes good use of O'Reilly's lightweight models and cost-effective scalability web content. From Yelp's stable amount of employees to its cost-effective advertising of businesses, Yelp's increasing demand is met with the level of mind scalability. Yelp has effectively implemented itself into Web 2.0. It creatively uses the network effect to grow its online community, while also partnering up with potential competitors in its own field to help eliminate competition. Yelp's implementation is almost flawless.
On the other hand, in Part B, we focus on how Yelp uses social science to build a successful online community. Social science can contribute substantially to the design of online communities and to study the strategies that successful platforms use to engage the main asset that they have, their audience. In the topic of encouraging contributions, Yelp recognizes that its bread and butter are the reviews, and that's why it has followed some tactics to encourage high quality ones, such as rewarding the best contributors as elite users and display their reviews prominently, encouraging users to identify themselves as people is more willing to create better contribution if fully identified, and allow remarks and ratings for reviews to inspire best contributors to keep up the good work. The committed users are a small portion of the whole user base, but they are ones who created the bulk and most valuable information of the platform. Yelp uses a threefold strategy to encourage commitment: effective commitment, which uses an identity-based attraction for people who love to experience new shops; normative commitment, using the universal principle of exchange and reciprocity to push the people to contribute; and finally, the needs-based commitment, that is based in the fact that if a person has done quite a lot of work to write reviews and establish a reputation in Yelp, there is no point in trying to even test a new reviewing platform. Yelp needs to regulate the behavior of users, considering its significant customer base. For that, a comprehensive guideline establishing the ground rules for interaction is available on the site. Unacceptable behavior such as paying or giving incentives for reviews is a matter that Yelp takes seriously and handles firstly with a shameful note on the business profile, but it can escalate to even taking offenders to court. As for dealing with newcomers, Yelp uses word of mouth to recruit new members. The selection of newcomers is based on its inviting platform for its unique niche, in addition by having a higher status for elite users whose identities and reviews are most valued by other members. Yelp gives newcomers a good reason to be active. Lastly, for starting the community, Yelp had to establish the scope of the platform as a site for reviewing of shops. Choose to which platform Yelp would be compatible to: Google Maps and Facebook, competing for the niche, offering unique functionalities to differentiate themselves from their competitors, and finally, crossing the critical mass point that, with their over 57 million reviews of local businesses, is more than accomplished.